You heard the announcement from the referee. Alan Garner is serving from San Antonio, Texas. Retrieving the serve
0-0.
is Sean Lenning, formerly of Shoreline, Washington, now Tucson, Arizona. He lives there full time. This is the men's semifinals of the 61st United States Handball Association's four-wall national championships, and a very quick lob serve, back wall kill for Alan Garner. 1-0. My name is Dave Vincent. This webcast brought to you by First Star Sports. Both of these guys are very offensive. Both of these pro players will shoot from any spot on the court. And they're not afraid to slow the game down, as you see Sean Lenning playing with that very relaxed attitude, and Alan Garner serving the lob serve. And there's the first side out.
Side out.
Sean Lenning now serving.
0-2.
Score is 0-2.
Side out. 2-0. Short.
That's a short ball called, and Alan is going to appeal it.
1 short. Second serve. Ball. 2-0.
Score here is 2-0. Huge setup for Sean Lenning, and he just pokes that ball down the left wall. Just a snap of the wrist. He has an unorthodox stroke.
0-2.
0 serves 2. And players find it very difficult to play Sean because they have no clue how to read what he's going to do. In talking to Sean off court, he says that he sometimes doesn't know until the second he hits the ball which way he's going to direct it. And he said, why should anybody else know what's going to go on until I do?
1-2.
Score is now 1-2. Sean Lenning has a new attitude about handball.
2-2.
2 serves 2. He's sponsored by the New York Athletic Club.
Screen.
Sean's wondering how that could be a screen.
1 screen. Hand out, side out.
Now Alan Garner chatting with the referee, and what he's saying is, could you wait till I'm set?
That's my serve, that's money.
Sean Lenning took that opportunity while Alan was talking to the ref to go out there and say, that's my serve, that's my money. How do you call a screen on that? I agree in a way with Sean Lenning. It's very difficult for that referee up in the right side to see a screen that takes place on the left side. The referee almost has to guess that it's a screen. That ball is a short ball, second serve. Now Sean Lenning scoring a point.
Three, 2. Short.
Score is 3-2, second serve.
Second serve. Side out. 2-3.
Score is 2-3. Sean Lenning just digging that ball out.
Point. 3-3. Point. 4-3.
the score is 5-3 off that miss hit from Sean Lenning. He'll play relaxed
5-3.
to a point where you think he's kind of given up. But that's just Sean's style. And then he'll go on an 11-0 run. That's why he's so difficult to play and just dominate the field. And you could say the same thing for Alan Garner. Both have very similar styles.
Point.
Alan Garner was in the finals of the World Championships in 2009. Sean Lenning has been
6-3.
in the final of 2 U.S. Opens previously, 1 four-wall nationals. Both of these players have been on the big stage. The question really here is how many balls are going to break? These are the 2 of the 4 harder hitters in the game. And a timeout called from Sean Lenning that brings the score 7-3 in favor of Alan Garner.
Score is 7-3.
Alan Garner from San Antonio, Texas. San Antonio Handball Association, one of the proud sponsors of the live webcast. Go to their website and check out what they're doing for the local community. Maybe you could do the same in yours, or help their local community with fundraising for 3-wall courts that they're building, or the programs that they do with the youth. San Antonio Handball Association. I want to thank all of those associated with that group for sending some of their love and attention toward the WPH. Dr. Allison Garner back home watching the live webcast, and Father Jim. Brother Aaron is here at the National Championships. He lost in the round of 16, but played really good ball. He lost to, I believe, Nadi Alvarado. Scored in upper double digits against Nadi. And then brother Alex in Texas also watching the live webcast.
7-3.
7 serves 3. First game. Alan Garner serving to Sean Lenning. That ball's short.
Appeal.
There should be no appeal on that. That was short.
1 short. Side out.
Both of these players are offensive players. Alan Garner
3-7.
can go to the roof. That ball dribbled off Sean Lenning's foot. Could have been called a side out by the referee, since the score was called before he bounced it on his foot. Technically, it's a side out.
Side out.
These guys are hitting the ball really hard.
7-3.
7 serves 3.
Court. Second.
Alan Garner missing that shot right there from Sean Lenning.
3-7.
Just skipped it in. 3 serve 7. And a crack serve from Sean. And this is about the time in the match where Sean gets hot.
7.
He starts finding that serve, and Alan Garner just backs it up with a kill shot of his own. 7-4. Here is the score on the scoreboard powered by Zions.
7-4.
The official scoreboard, the official drink of the UFC, the official scoreboard of the WPH. I think that ball doubled. Nope. That was a nice dive re-kill from Alan Garner. Both of these players are sponsored by the New York Athletic Club. NYAC sponsored Alan Garner. Also one of his sponsors, the San Antonio Handball Association. Sean Lenning is also sponsored by the NYAC, and you can see that both players are wearing their gear, showing off their colors. This match, you could say, is brought to you by the New York Athletic Club. Couldn't go wrong if you worded it that way. You're watching the First Star Sports WPH live webcast of the 61st United States Handball Association's 4-wall National Handball Championships in Fridley, Minnesota, sleepy suburb of Minneapolis, St. Paul. Just a couple minutes away from Minneapolis. St. Paul right there near the airport, so y'all kind of fly right into that section when you come into the state. Stop in at the airport. Score here is 8-4. with Sean Lenning retrieving the serve. It's Alan Garner in the box. It's going to be a huge setup for Sean. What is he going to do here? And he decides just to feather it in with his right hand. That would be a great replay for us to take a look at as you see what Sean does here. The fancy players do it the way Sean just did it. Score here is 4-8. Sean now makes it 5 as we take a quick look at that.
5-8.
This replay is brought to you by Zions.
Court.
Now watch Sean. Sean is just going to go up there and hit it with his right hand. Watch his right hand.
Second serve.
And whoop, just touched it. That's all you have to do. Back to the play though. Sean just scores another point, making it 6-8.
Point.
I don't think the referee realizes that Alan Garner does have the opportunity to get set as a player retrieving serve. Referee sees that the server's ready to serve and he just calls the score, but Alan Garner has his back to the server when the referee is calling the score.
7-8.
It's really frustrating Alan. You can see on that last serve, Alan is not in the set position. The referee calls the score even after Alan's warned him 3 times. Now Alan's set. 8-8. Referee got it right on cue, in fact.
Side out. 8-8.
8 serves 8. The referee has to wait for the player in the back to get set.
Point.
He's calling the score while they're still preparing themselves. Now 9-8 in favor of Alan Garner serving.
9-8.
We will go to Ashley Moeller during the timeout when she gets ready. Of course, we're not going to do interviews just to do them. If we have anybody with something interesting to say, we'll pass it along in the gallery with Ashley Moeller. That's a beautiful kill shot with the left hand over the top from Alan Garner. Now 10-8 score first game, 2-21 tiebreaker to 11. The person that wins this one will play Dave Chapman in the finals tomorrow. I'm sure you're wondering what time that's going to be. Glad you asked. It will be at 11:15 a.m. Central Time tomorrow, right here at racefor8.com. That ball looked like it was short, no call.
Side out. 8-11.
Again, Alan was not set when the referee called the score. 8-11. That ball just reversed away from Alan.
9-11.
9 serves 11. Short ball.
Second serve. Point.
Now 3 straight points for Sean Lenning, making it 11.
10-11.
10 serves 11. It was almost like I spoke in advance of myself. Now it's 11-11 and a timeout called from Alan Garner. We too are going to take a timeout here courtside. We're going to be back in about 30 seconds. You stick around from Fridley. For Jeff Kastner and Chris Grad, I'm Dave Vincent. We'll be back in just a bit. Stick with us.
Working and working out takes a lot of energy. That's why I drink Zenergy. Feeling fantastic and looking good has never been easier. Zions, extreme science for your active lifestyle.
And we are back from Fridley, Minnesota, Lifetime Fitness. Online at lifetimefitness.com for the 61st United States Handball Association's 4-Wall National Championships. The score is 11-11. This is the men's pro semifinals. Earlier today, we saw Nadia Alvarado lose to David Chapman in a close tiebreaker. David Chapman going to his 3rd straight national finals. Sean Lenning now with the lead. 12 serves 11. We lost the referee's microphone, but we can hear him on the court mic that we set up. Now there's a side out. Alan Garner serving.
Side out. 11, 12. Court. Second serve.
The second serve.
Point.
And there's a point from Alan Garner, now making this a 12-12 affair.
12, 12. Second serve. And now,
These guys are trading side outs here.
12, 12.
12 serves 12. Sean Lenning goes down the right. Allen takes the revolving door around to the left hand, and then
Side out.
Sean Lenning makes a hand error.
12, 12. Court.
During the next timeout, we will be having an exclusive interview with Alan Garner's wife, Erica. You can hear her off mic giving her husband words of encouragement. It's a nice shot right there from Sean Lenning, forcing the side out.
Side out. 12, 12.
12 serves 12.
Point. 13, 12.
Sean Lenning's serving here 13-12. These guys have battled throughout the years. Sean Lenning has had the better of Alan Garner, but then as of late, you've seen Alan seem to be a little bit more in the winner's circle than Sean Lenning, but it depends on the health of both players. Both Alan and Sean have been in and out of the game as of late, so those scores aren't necessarily the best reflection of their overall experience against each other, but they are matched up quite evenly. We're going to go to Ashley Moeller, who is courtside with Erica Garner here in just a few seconds. Hopefully we can get a quick take from Ashley and Erica. Ashley?
Thanks, Dave. Erica, how do you feel your words of encouragement help Alan during big matches?
Well, I just try to send him positive energy because I'm really confident that he is the best player.
And you are his #1 fan. How do you think the rest of this match will go?
Well, like I said, I'm very confident he's going to win. I love him and he's the best player.
All right, thank you, Erica. Back to you, Dave.
Erica, thank you very much. I know it's difficult for her. It's very emotional for her. She wears Alan's emotions on her sleeve. Alan doesn't have a lot of emotion out there on the handball court, and he certainly has a wife who is encouraging of his efforts on the court, and she's his #1 fan. It's nice to have her courtside, and she was always there watching her husband play the game. You're watching the men's semifinals. Winner will face Dave Chapman tomorrow at 11:15 Central Time right here in Fridley, Minnesota. Referee calls for a 2-minute glove change, and that's why we have that extended timeout. The score is 14-12. First game, Sean Lenning and Alan Garner here in this facility that has really accommodated the handball players throughout the weekend. It's a home of a great racquetball facility as well. And LifetimeFitness.com has over 30,000 active racquetball players and hundreds and thousands of handball players that play throughout the country, not just at this location, but if you go to LifetimeFitness.com and look them up on the internet and then choose your location, you'll see all of the different communities that are involved. Big sponsor of the live webcast here, as well as First Star Sports, online at firststarsports.com/WPH. You can up your game with First Star Sports and T3 Technology. Check them out.
Play. 14-12.
After that 2-minute glove change, we're back in with Sean Lenning serving at 14-12 and a short ball. A scoreboard powered by Zions, the official sports drink
Second serve.
of the UFC. That ball hits Sean Lenning.
Check the ball, please.
It's now been almost 3 minutes since we've seen a ball get put into play.
2 serves. 14-12. Short.
And a short ball. Now we're heading into the 3.5-minute mark.
Second serve.
All from a simple timeout. And here it is. Now we're back into action. Not too many people can track that ball down in the back court. Sean Lenning is one of them. But he was unable to get it there.
12-14.
12 serves 14. Alan Garner serving to Sean Lenning.
Court. Second serve. Side out.
Let's see what Alan Garner has to say here. I don't know if we can. He was saying no to somebody. I believe probably Erica. I don't know what
14-12.
he was whispering there. 14 serves 12. That ball from Sean Lenning is almost a gimme. He gets that ball around that revolving door and he just flips his wrist up there with so much power.
15-12.
15 serves 12. This is the first game. Sean Lenning serving. Here's a huge setup. Sean going to go right back to the right side. Just misses by catching the right wall. This time he does not miss.
Point. $16-12.
And there's a side out.
Side out. $12-16.
Alan Garner gets out of the way, makes an athletic move there. The crowd likes it. Sean Lenning just
Side out.
pokes that ball down the left wall and forces the side out, and I believe a timeout also called. No, Alan Garner's actually going to go after the towel to wipe up the precipitation that has collected. This towel timeout brought to you by Mesh Clark and Rothschild attorneys. If you're in a bind, since 1957, this law firm has built a reputation as a leading firm in Tucson, Arizona, with experienced attorneys backed up by a knowledgeable group of paralegals and staff. They provide exceptional guidance and representation
16-12.
on a whole array of issues and topics. Mesh Clark and Rothschild at mcrazlaw.com. mcrazlaw.com. And Sean Lenning gets a quick point, as you saw right there. 17-12 is the score now, first game.
Point.
And now, I believe Alan Garner is going to call a timeout after that.
There's 18-12.
A serve at 18-12. Sean Lenning will be back into the box as they take a timeout. TB Pinnock & Sons, a fifth-generation family-owned construction company breaking new ground since 1905. Visit Mark Pinnock, national champion handball player, and the rest of his crew at tbpinnock.com. That's tbpinnock.com. Proud sponsor of the live webcast and our efforts to get handball on TV. And, of course, Lifetime Fitness. They're proud to host the World Players of Handball and the USHA Four-Wall National Handball Championships here in Fridley, Minnesota. We welcome the opportunity to showcase the great sport of handball and the talented players competing this weekend, says the big manager here at Lifetime Fitness. That's a quote, and we want to thank him for their efforts. Lifetime Fitness at lifetimefitness.com. In the middle of a timeout here in Fridley.
Eighteen 12.
18 serves 12 is the score.
Point. 19 12. Court. Second serve. Point. Twenty 12. That's game. 5 minutes, gentlemen.
And that is the game. 21-12. Sean Lenning defeats Alan Garner. Sorry, we had a little technical difficulty with the audio here, and we're unable to call those last 2 points. But we certainly will be back in about 5 minutes for game number 2. Sean Lenning wins the first one, 21-12. This is the men's semifinals as we get ready for the men's finals tomorrow at 11:15 a.m. The winner of this one will play David Chapman. We'll be back in about 4 minutes from right now. Stick with us at racefor8.com.
For 20 years, the Inner City Handball Association has educated, mentored, and served young people through handball. Young people that participate in the Inner City Handball Association programs have a high graduation rate from high school and continue on to college. Inner City Handball teams are good athletes, good students, and good ambassadors for the sport of handball. We need your help to continue our work. Inner City Handball Association is a registered 501c3 tax-exempt charity. Please donate today. Thank you.
And we are back live from Fridley, Minnesota, near Minneapolis-St. Paul for the four-wall National Handball Championships. Alan Garner versus Sean Lenning. It was Sean winning the first one 21-12. If you're into court sports, it's a good idea to get into Lifetime. That's where we're at here, Lifetime Fitness. They have 52 locations with handball, racquetball courts. When you're not on the court, Lifetime is the healthy way of life company, where you'll find fitness, sports, kids, spa services all under one roof. LifetimeFitness.com, and a short serve from Sean Lenning to start off game number 2.
Second.
The winner faces Dave Chapman tomorrow.
Point.
Dave is already back at the hotel, icing up.
Point.
Handball is one of the very few sports on the pro level
You agree? I got 1 agree, 1 disagree. It's a point.
where during timeouts or towel timeouts, kids will run on the court and hit the ball. At a Major League Baseball stadium, you don't see kids going out there hitting
Thank you.
a ball and a bat.
We're going to call
that
that
just
one
doesn't
short.
happen too often.
1-0.
1 serve 0. Look at that
Side out.
laser from Alan Garner. Amazing shot. Now Alan and Sean are
0-1.
talking back and forth. 0 serves 1.
Point.
We're all tied up at 1.
1-1. Court. Second.
It's a good serve from Alan. Pushes Sean back. Both of these players have almost the same style. No contrast between the two. Both very powerful, both have great offhands. Some would say that Sean's left is better than his right, and most would say that Alan's left is better than his right.
2-1.
Both will take shots from anywhere on the court, from any position on their body, with Sean Lenning kind of leading the way in that category, but Alan a close second. They both have about the same amount of wins, with Sean Lenning making it to the finals of the U.S. Open twice in the Nationals already, once in his young career.
1-2.
And they're both separated by age by 1 week.
Point.
They both qualified at a young age. Sean Lenning at
2-2.
right around the 16-year-old mark, and then Alan Garner about 17.
Second.
Both won a lot of national championships. And they're both blonde, although Sean is bald at the moment. And that's a mishit from Sean Lenning.
To side out.
Listen for the score from the ref.
2-2.
2 serves 2. The deuces are wild
Court.
across that scoreboard. Game 2, 2-2. And a second serve. They both wear 2 shoes. Okay, I'm going to stop.
Point.
Okay, there goes my fun. Now it's 3-2.
Three, 2.
Referee letting these two play through that. Referee recognized that Alan Garner wasn't in the best position, but neither was Sean Lenning, and Alan was shooting the ball, so referee let them play through it, and Sean ends up winning the rally.
2-3.
2 serves 3.
Play it again.
I don't know what Sean's
2-3.
talking about there. I think Sean was trying to tell the referee that Alan wasn't moving.
Play it again.
That time, certainly Alan did not move. That's that upper view that we have from the
2-3.
top of the grandstands looking down into the court. You see the full court there. That ball might be appealed if Sean does not win this, and he does appeal it right there.
Asking for a line judge. Good call. They both said it was good.
If we can replay that up, we will, but it's going to be very difficult to see on the replay unless the ball stopped right at impact on the ground. Sean Lenning thought that that ball was short. I did too. It looks like it hits the
3-2.
line. 3-2 is the score. Let's go ahead and go to the replay now as opposed to waiting. Here it is. Sean was leaning.
It's a side out.
Boy, that ball's just on that line. Maybe over, maybe under. You can't really tell.
2-3.
Back to real play, though. We're at 2-3. Sean Lenning right back into the box. The replays that you see
Point.
here are brought to you by First Star Sports.
3-3.
3 serves 3. That ball hit Sean Lenning on the way by. He was trying to
Side
feather
out.
that down near his knee, but between the wall and his body, and it hit him.
3-3.
It's hard to do that when you're trying to do it with power. 3-3.
Side out.
Sean Lenning right back in the box.
3-3. Point.
Now the score 4-3.
4-3. Point.
See how fast Sean is trying to get this next serve off.
5-3.
5 serves 3. Sean's really feeling it, and I know Allen follows that. Let your opponent score 3 points before you call a timeout
Side out.
kind of philosophy that he got from Dave Chapman, but when you see Sean Lenning quickly get back in that box, that's the time to
3-5.
call a timeout. 3 serves 5.
Side out.
It's almost as if Sean just had too much punch for Allen on that rally.
5-3.
5 serves 3. Sean Lenning wins the first one, 21-12, and there's a cracked serve, making it
Point.
6-3. Sean's on a 5-0 run here.
6-3. Short.
Sean did not appeal that. I'm going to make a wild prediction that this
Second
ball
serve.
is going to break here within the next 5 minutes.
Point.
And a timeout called from Alan Garner.
Timeout Garner. 7-3.
Earlier, our WPH color commentator, Dave Fink, went to the New York Athletic Club and sat down with some of the pro players. One of those was Sean Lenning. And he asked Sean, what has the WPH meant to you and to the handball community for the past 5 to 6 years? And this is what Sean said.
It's meant a lot. It's just more than anything. It's, you know, it brought this new level of enthusiasm and kind of different approaches to things, which was needed. And so, yeah, I think it's been really important, like really, really good. Because it was just really stagnant for a while. Then they came in and started thinking outside the box a bit. So
That's a nice gentle reprieve to hear from some of the top players. Sean Lenning making his comments about the WPH and the impact on innovation and technology and the direction the organization is taking. Sean Lenning is taking this game to a different level now after being down 1-3, 6 unanswered points. Game number 2 versus Alan Garner after Sean wins the first one 21-12. Now up 7-3.
7-3.
This is game number 2, and the winner will face David Chapman. I've never seen Sean Lenning so focused as he is coming into this tournament. He prepared by playing one of the players that could very well be in the finals of this tournament, Luis Moreno, back in Tucson. Luis Moreno had family obligations and some conflicts and could not make the tournament, but he did
8-3.
prepare by playing
Short.
with Sean Lenning. He said, I can't make it, but I'm going to help Sean win it.
Second.
And that's an advantage Sean has that Alan Garner does not have in San Antonio, Texas. Nice shot right there from Alan Garner. That left is so smooth. One of the best in the business. Score is 3-8.
3-8. Side out.
Speaking of Alan Garner's left, we're going to ask him with an interview how he describes his left hand here in a minute.
Point.
During the next timeout, we'll see
9-3.
what Alan says about his left hand. 9 serves 3. And Sean Lenning is just on
Point.
a roll right now at 10-3 in the second game. Alan's tried to go up top, tried to slow the game down. He's tried to play Sean's game, and it's just not working out for him. 10-3. Here's a big setup. The ball actually feathers away with a reverse, and Sean tomahawks it and gets his 11th point.
Point. 11-3. Point. Timeout.
There is a timeout
12-3.
called by Alan Garner. 12-3 is the score. Earlier we saw Alan Garner with that excellent left hand, but also earlier we talked to him about that left hand. Let's go to that player interview with Alan Garner. Here it is.
A lot of work. It's always kind of been there. I write with my left hand. I eat with my left hand. A lot of things feel comfortable just using my left hand. I shoot cool with my left hand. But I did work on it a lot. Whenever I was coming up, it wasn't always a natural thing for me to be throwing the ball with my left hand. So I did work on that a lot. And I can't really explain it to you. You know, looking at video, I see a lot of the time my left hand, the form's just better. I'm not really sure why, but I mean, for sure I worked on it a lot.
That's Alan Garner and his take.
12-3.
As we go back into the
Short.
live mode here. That was his take on his left hand. And a lot of people do talk about it. Maybe I'm just the one that's always doing the talking, but nice rally right here, and Alan Garner just pinches that left corner.
Side out. Three 12.
3 serves 12.
Point. 4-12.
There's a setup for Allen, and he strokes down the left wall. Now to the right, playing much more offensive now as Allen. He's just going for the bottom board. Sean takes that ball behind his back and almost gets it to the front wall. That was what would be a remarkable shot from Sean Lenning, but we've seen him do that a lot of times.
5-12. Point.
Now it's 6-12. This is what Alan Garner can do.
Timeout Lenning, 6-12.
Score is now starting to creep up for Alan Garner, facing Sean Lenning. This is game number 2. Sean Lenning wins the first one 21-12 and was down 3-1 at one point, but then came back with a nice run to go up 12-3, and then 3 unanswered points for Alan Garner to make it 6-12. You're watching the 61st United States Handball Association's Four-Wall National Handball Championships live from Fridley, Minnesota, Minneapolis, Minnesota, St. Paul, where it's a beautiful, gorgeous city. Mall of America is here, tons of attractions, a really green, nice community that we're involved in here. And of course, Lifetime Fitness, one of the best workout facilities I've ever seen. I'm going to thank all of those that have helped make this webcast possible. To include Mintech, First Star Sports, Tucson Rolling Shutters, and Zions, to name just a few.
Resume play. 6-12.
Sixers 12. You can see a complete change in the body language of Alan Garner, who's going for almost every offensive shot he can possibly go for at this moment. Alan Garner kicked that ball to Sean, and he just kind of
12-6.
fought it off. 12-6. You can see that Sean was playing offensive from the get-go, and Alan was not.
Point.
But now Alan's changed his approach. Sean Lenning stroking that ball down the left side wall.
13-6.
13-6. This is going to go way up toward the front wall. See what Alan does here. Sean's going to hit right back up there. Nice defensive left off the back wall. Alan goes for the rollout, and
Side out.
he gets it.
6-13. Point.
And that's another point for Alan Garner, now making it 7-13. Do not rule him out. He has flipped a switch, and he's going for
7-13.
the bottom board here. Much different than the first game and the first half of the second game. And there's another point for Alan Garner.
Point.
He is not going to go away. 8-13 is the score.
8-13.
Ball sounded like it broke. That ball just clips that right wall. Allen's mad at himself, but frankly, that was a great shot from Sean Lenning.
13-8. Short.
It's a short ball.
Second.
This is the second game. Alan Garner loses the first one, 21-12. No call from the referee. That ball was between the wall and Sean Lenning, but
14-8.
referee didn't say anything. Neither did Alan Garner. 14-8 is the score. Sean Lenning just barely misses the crack, pushes Alan Garner to the left, and then back to the right again, and then back to the left. Where Alan just uses that laser
Side out.
to get the side out.
8-14.
There's going to be an appeal of the
I call
serve by
serve
Sean
good.
Lenning.
Good call. Okay. We're going to call that short ball. 8-14 again. Side out. 14-8. Point. Glove change. 2 minutes.
There is going to be a glove
15-8.
change here. 15-8 is the score, and we are also going to take a timeout here in just a few seconds. We want to thank the United States Handball Association. They have a lot more upcoming national events to close out the year. The One Wall Juniors, July 14th through the 17th in New York, and Venice Beach, California. The Three Wall Juniors will take place just a week after that. And then the One Wall Championships in August, Brooklyn, New York, August 3rd through the 7th. Close out the Three Wall season on the traditional Three Wall courts, September 1st through the 5th in Ohio for the National Three Wall Championships. Of course, Vegas and the Three Wall Ball, featuring paddle ball, big ball, small ball, handball, racquetball, will take place 3 weeks after that closeout of the Three Wall season in what we call Three Wall Ball, because it's not necessarily, doesn't have a roof. It's not necessarily the same dimensions as the USHA uses in Toledo, Ohio, with those long courts. The courts only go out 20 feet, 23 feet wide, 16 feet tall, 20 feet long, goes out to the short line. And there's only one serve. You don't have a second serve. Ball goes long or short or out the side doors. You don't get to get a second serve. Rules are slightly different, and there are expanded big ball divisions. Go to threewallball.com to talk about that or to learn more about it. And go to United States Handball Association's website at ushandball.org to get more information about their calendar and especially the Toledo Three Wall National Championships, which will be September 1st through the 5th. If you like what you see, become a member of the United States Handball Association today. Member benefits include a subscription to the Handball magazine, discounts on all USHA handball gloves, balls, gear, and the opportunity to play in these events, these USHA sanctioned handball tournaments, so much more. Go to ushandball.org and become a member today. I want to thank our sponsors for the instant replays and the interviews that we are getting every now and then here on the live webcast. Tucson Rolling Shutters. They're locally owned but nationally known. Tucson Rolling Shutters manufactures the finest retractable products to improve the security, energy efficiency, comfort, privacy of your home or business. See for yourself. Just go online. They have a great interactive website, TucsonRollingShutters.com. And of course, this timeout has been brought to you by Dave Chapman Handball Video Volume 2. Volume 1 was a huge success, so he came out with number 2 to tell the secrets of the game. We're talking about paddle shots and some of his strategy. Dave Chapman has his own website called davechapman.com. If you want to improve your game, go there and learn more by getting his latest handball video. It's online, and you can purchase it right now, davechapmanhandball.com. First game went to Sean Lenning, 21-12. Second game, he is up. Alan Garner's hanging around, though, 15-8. Sean Lenning is serving. And that's just a terrible miss hit right there from Alan Garner. Both of these players sponsored by the New York Athletic Club.
16-8.
16 serves 8. After this match, we'll have a men's doubles.
In the ball.
Sean Lenning did not like that.
He was going to take it off the floor.
See what the argument is.
I'm just saying, I'd rather you wait to make a good call. I'd rather you wait to make a good call than feel like you got to call it soon. That was horrible. You got to wait.
Sean is correct in what he said, but I don't think he knew how close Alan was.
16-8.
It is up to Alan to decide how he wants to take that. Sean feels that Alan should take that off the back wall, and Sean's upset because he thinks the ref should not call it so quick. But Alan didn't want to take it off the back wall. He wanted to take it immediately. Therefore, he has the opportunity to do that, and he was hindered. And that results now in a side out. Alan Garner back in the box. Game number 2.
8-16.
8 serve 16 with Alan Garner serving to the streaking Sean Lenning.
Point.
There's a point for Alan Garner. Now 7 points away from Sean Lenning at 9-16.
9-16. Point. 10-16.
Listen for the score.
16-10.
16 serves 10. That's a broken ball.
Broken ball.
That only took 20 minutes. I said it would take 5, and it took 20. So I'm going to lose in the office pool. We keep back here with Fitch and the rest of the workers here. That's only the first one, and these guys are the 2 hardest hitters in the draw. Thought they'd have about 4 by now. I'm going to go in and warm up this next ball, which did not look like it was available. The referee normally has 2 or 3 balls up there, and you can see the referee running by the booth. We're about 100 yards, 50 yards away from the referee, and the ref had to jump down and go get the new ball. They have been available for the referees. You're watching the First Star Sports WPH Live webcast of the 2011 Four-Wall National Handball Championships in Fridley, Minnesota, a sleepy suburb of Minneapolis, St. Paul. Now we see the referee running by with a new can of USHA Red Ace balls as he makes way toward the show court. Now these guys are going to have to warm it up. This live webcast has a lot of sponsors, but one of those that is bringing this to us is Yes to Kids and their foundation. The Yes to Kids Foundation out of Tucson, Arizona. It's not doing just great work in the local area, but also on a national scale. Get a hold of Fred Lewis at hballfred@cox.net. That's hballfred@cox.net, and talk about how you can donate to help the Yes to Kids Foundation get kids out of disgruntled neighborhoods and onto handball courts. That's how they do it. And they introduce over 100 kids to handball every single year, and the retention is incredible. This year we have 48 brand new handball players already because of the Yes to Kids Foundation and their executive director, Abraham Montijo, their president, Fred Lewis.
Resuming play. 16-10. Points.
We're at 16-10.
17.
Excuse me, 17-10 here. Sean Lenning serving to Alan Garner. Make that 18-10. Sean wins the first one, 21-12, and now up 18-10. Alan Garner taking
18-10.
a timeout here. Put your IT problems in their hands. Synetra, they will take a comprehensive approach to solving your everyday IT problems at synetra.com. That's synetra.com. They have been with us since day number 1, helping with the live webcasts. Mintech, the global software and service provider for the mining industry, is also one to support our live webcast and innovative efforts that we have here. Mintech is online right now at minesite.com. That's MINESIGHT. If anything, go on to these websites and hit the contact us button and just say thanks. That's what I do. I just say thanks. I don't say my name, but just a quick thank you to those that support the sport. Mintech is one of those as we get back into play here. Game number 2. Score is 18-10. Sean Lenning serving to Alan Garner. This is going to be a setup for Alan. He's going to take it down the right wall. Toward the middle, hops away. Sean can't handle that power.
No.
Going to get the ball from Allen right here, though. One bounce. There it is. Check it.
10-18.
It's a friendly game of handball. 10 serves 18, game 2. Here's a huge setup for Allen.
Point.
Now Allen scoring another point. Earlier today, it was David Chapman defeating Nadi Alvarado by the score of 21-19. He loses the second game, 21-9, but takes the tiebreaker 11-6. And so David Chapman will be in the finals awaiting the winner of this one. Sean Lenning wins the first game, 21-12. and
11,
is up
18.
in this one 18-11, although Allen is serving. Allen's making good offensive shots, but Sean is there to pick him up. That one he couldn't handle. Allen has Sean all twisted up.
12, 18.
12 serves 18. That ball skipped in. You can hear it. Couldn't see it, but you can hear it.
Thirteen, 18.
13 serves 18.
Point. You've taken one.
Now the score is 14-18.
14, 18.
You can hear the referee through your headphones, through your computer monitors there. I know I have some people listening to this and watching it with their iPhones and their droids. You can actually download an app. It's free in the Droid or iPhone market called Skyfire.
18, 14.
Once you download it, just open it up and then go to racefor8.com and you can actually watch this live webcast via your smartphone. Now, my phone isn't so smart today. I forgot my password to my phone, so I can't even turn it on. So try to be smarter than me, or more smart, as they say when you have an education
14,
or an educational background. 14 serves 18, second game. Whoa, that ball just fooled Allen. Sean Lenning hits that with an overhand reverse.
18, 14.
18 serves 14.
Point.
Make that 19-14. Now Sean is certainly focused, and this is where Allen needs to take a timeout. I know he's taken out a lot of his timeouts, but when Sean starts getting that fast serve, doesn't need to do it now.
Guys out.
Sean likes to work fast when he's on a roll, and you need
14,
to recognize
19.
it and neutralize him somehow. Allen does it in his own way. See, Sean is really focused. He's trying to put this away.
Sides out. 19, 14.
19-14. Sean Lenning 2 points away from advancing to the finals. That's a short ball.
Second.
We have the men's lower bracket quarterfinals coming up. Actually, we're so far off on this court schedule
You have one timeout left.
that it could be an upper bracket
Scores
quarterfinal.
20, 14.
And there's really no clue what we're gonna have on this show court coming up next, based on the fact that Dave Chapman and Nadia Alvarado played a 2.5-hour semifinal, and this one is also longer than the allotted time. You're watching the 61st United States Handball Association's Four-Wall National Handball Championships live from Fridley, Minnesota. The scoreboard is powered by Zions, the official sports drink of the UFC. Zions and the WPH have teamed up on this live webcast to provide exceptional coverage of these games here in Fridley. We hope that you are enjoying what you're watching. I know Chris Garrad, myself, Jeff Kastner are. We come in after that timeout. Someone just told me that the men's doubles in the upper bracket quarters just started, so that was scheduled at 3 o'clock Central Time, 1 o'clock Pacific, and we're already at 1:36 Pacific.
20, 14.
3:36 Central. So it might be a men's doubles lower bracket, but that doesn't concern us here as we watch Sean Lenning win that final point, and the round of applause from the crowd out there. Sean Lenning getting a little emotional here, but that's what he does when he heads into a final match. Sean Lenning advances, defeating Alan Garner 21-12, 21-14, as he now goes to the finals to face David Chapman. And here's a replay brought to you by Mintech. That ball just checked up right into Alan Garner, and he had to backhand it with his right hand. He couldn't get to the front wall. Sean Lenning with the fist pump. We're going to take a quick time out and find out what the schedule is and be right back. For Chris Grad, Jeff Kastner, Ashley Moeller, and yours truly, we'll be back from Fridley, Minnesota for the United States Handball Association's Four-Wall National Handball Championships, brought to you live and courtesy of First Star Sports here at racefor8.com. We'll be back in just a bit.
Working and working out takes a lot of energy. That's why I drink Zenergy. Feeling fantastic and looking good has never been easier. Science, extreme science for your active lifestyle.
For 20 years, the Inner City Handball Association has educated, mentored, and served young people through handball. Young people that participate in the Inner City Handball Association programs have a high graduation rate from high school and continue on to college. Inner City Handball teams are good athletes, good students, and good ambassadors for the sport of handball. We need your help to continue our work. Inner City Handball Association is a registered 501c3 tax-exempt charity. Please donate today. Thank you.